Don't slip on the trail. Don't slip on the trail.
What was that about? What's up, besties? Welcome back to another video on my channel. I'm Kendall B. If you are new here, if you are not, sis, subscribe, join the family, because today I am sharing how I found out I was pregnant. So how I found out I was pregnant was honestly, it wasn't very abstract. I would say that the first time I really started to figure out I was pregnant was on May 28th. And anytime my period is about to start, I would test. I was a serial tester, and I've always been like that. Like, from as long as I can remember, I would take pregnancy tests before my period would start. Well, I mean, only with my boyfriend. I'm not saying like way back when I would take a pregnancy test in like high school and stuff. Like, no. But you know, I would take pregnancy tests before my period just to see, like, let me catch something before something catch me. Like, let me know what's going on before I would be sitting here waiting on my period. Because sometimes my period would take a long time. Sometimes it would be like 3 days late. It would be so off schedule. So I always just was in the habit of buying a test a day before my expected period or 2 days before. So on May 28th, I actually had ovulation tests only. I had this pack of ovulation tests. I had a big box of it, and this box originally had pregnancy and ovulation tests in it, but I already took all the pregnancy tests from when I was previously pregnant in November. Like, from the miscarriage, I would take a lot of tests. I would track how dark the tests got and stuff like that. And then each month after the miscarriage, I was definitely testing a lot because I really wanted to be pregnant again. So it's a mix of, I always tested before my period, and I wanted to be pregnant really, really bad. So I was desperate. So I took an ovulation test just to see, because I didn't have any pregnancy tests on hand. So I just took the ovulation test, like, okay, we'll see what it says, because I've done it before and I know what the ovulation test looks like when my period's about to start and when my period's about to come. It's like no line at all. It's like non-existent on the ovulation. So I took it, and the ovulation test had like a dark line, and I'm like, that's weird. Noted. I kept the ovulation test and I put it in my drawer, and I think I wrote the date on it, or did I throw it away? I definitely noted it mentally in my head, because I'm like, my ovulation test don't ever give a dark line when my period about to start. Like, what's really tea? Like, when I tell y'all I have it down packed with testing with ovulation sticks, testing with pregnancy tests, like, knowing my body. So I was like, that's a little weird. I don't never get no positive ovulation test when my period's about to start. So I decided to like take mental note of that, and I was like, I didn't think too much of it. I was like, I don't know. And then the next day, me and my boyfriend, we went to tour this townhome, because, you know, I tour townhomes on my channel for you guys. I'm gonna link the video right here so y'all can see how many times I was saying I was out of breath. We went to tour that townhome, and it was, you know, it was a lot of steps and stuff. It was a lot of, like, it was 3-level, but I was out of breath after saying any little thing to y'all. Like, I just was out of breath from every little thing, like, out of breath. And I'm like, last time I was this out of breath, I was pregnant. And hence, like I said, I was pregnant in November of 2022, so I knew how my body operated when I was pregnant, like some of the symptoms. And being out of breath like that was definitely one. So I'm like, last time I was this out of breath, I was pregnant. So I was so alarmed by that, and I'm like, that's a little weird. That's a little different. So when we got home after touring the townhome, I decided to, did I go pick up a pregnancy test? I still didn't go buy a pregnancy test yet. Like I said, I still had ovulation tests and the thing. So I was like, Let me take another ovulation test and see if that's gonna come back a dark line too. If so, then I'm gonna go get a pregnancy test because something's up. I peed on the ovulation test. It was a dark line. And I'm like, all right, this is definitely weird. My boyfriend went to go play basketball with his friends. And I went to go get a pregnancy test. Cause I'm like, girl, if I take this pregnancy test and it come back dark, just like these ovulation tests, and I'm definitely pregnant. I'm drinking a frozen lemonade. A frozen lemonade from Starbucks. They act like they couldn't give me a drink without caffeine. I said, no caffeine. Give me your regular lemonade blended up. No acai, no caffeine. And she's still trying to give me caffeine. Like, girl, I'm pregnant. I know you can have caffeine, but it don't react good with my body. I don't like the way it makes me feel. So anyways, back to the story. He went to go play basketball, and I'm like, oh, bet. Like, I'm about to go buy a pregnancy test because why is these tests come back positive on my ovulation, and why am I so out of breath? So I go buy it. I come back home, and I get first response because first response is what I had last time when I was pregnant. And I love first response because I feel like it detects your pregnancy very early, and the line that you see is very visible no matter how early you are. So I went and bought one, and very much so, it came back positive. The last video y'all saw was me announcing it and what the test looked like. That was the day after taking a positive ovulation on May 29th. That was the day I actually found out. So that test was 100% positive, and I'm like, bruh, I was so happy. I was so happy. I felt so blessed because honestly that month, like May 1st or so, where you saw me crying in the last video, like wondering like what's going on, like why am I not able to, like is pregnancy gonna happen again for me? Like when I was doing all that questioning, it was the same month I found out I was pregnant. It was May 1st I was doing all that, and I found out I was pregnant like May 29th. Isn't that God? And I was praying, I was fasting. The last thing I had wrote in my personal journal, I had this personal journal. I started journaling because it helped me feel better about my miscarriage. It helped me regulate my emotions. And alright, so yeah, my camera had like overheated. But yeah, like May 1st I was wondering why I wasn't pregnant and questioning it and getting like emotional and sad about it and just like confused. And that same month, May 29th, was when I found out I was pregnant again, 6 months after my miscarriage. And it was exactly 6 months after my miscarriage, and it was just beautiful. It was amazing. Like, and I wasn't like hysterically crying at the test. I was just so genuinely like happy, like yes, like thank you God, like you've been listening to my prayers, like thank you for being on this journey with me. Like I want to be on this journey with, I want you God to be on this journey with me this entire pregnancy, my entire life, because his timing is the best timing. When I wanted to, when I thought I would get pregnant, when I, you know, wanted to get pregnant, it has nothing compared to how God has my life set up and how he wants things to go for me, because this is happening with him by my side. Okay. And yeah, my boyfriend came back from playing basketball. He went and took a shower, and I went to the bathroom to think about how what the two tests were back. Like, I got a surprise. I gotta share something with you. And I couldn't even wait till he got the shower. I couldn't do nothing special and cute or whatever. So I just whipped the test out, and he was like, "For real?" And I'm like, "Yeah, here's another one. Here's another one." And we were just both so happy to be on this journey again. And yeah, it's a blessing, and I feel so blessed. We feel so blessed. I speak positivity over this baby every single day, blessing it and letting it know that God is with us and they are capable, just as my body is capable, as long as God is with us. So that is honestly how I found out I was pregnant. Let me know if you guys had a similar experience, or how you guys found out you was pregnant, or if you found out you was pregnant after a miscarriage, how that went. Because I always heard like after a miscarriage, like, oh, you're gonna get pregnant the next month, and I had that in my head, like, oh, I was just pregnant, it's gonna be easy. Because like when you have a baby, they tell you like, oh, be careful, you can get pregnant again. So I thought it was gonna happen like that, and it didn't. It happened when God wanted it to happen 6 months later. And that was just our story. That's our way of finding out that we were pregnant. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know why my camera keeps reheating, but I have so much content for y'all when it comes to this pregnancy. I've been filming. I have like 12 videos already in my cameras and already edited for the most part. Well, not all of them. I got 3 videos edited and posted, but it's like I have so much footage for y'all. So just stay along with me on this journey. Follow me on all my social media platforms. Make sure you're keeping up with our pregnancy, and I'll see you besties in my next video. Bye besties.
Don't slip on a trip.